Louisiana beer reviews for Loko Sour Apple. Well, about a year ago, I did a review for this, and I gave it a good score, and then I deleted the video and aborted the mission, because I said, man, this thing here is just too insidious, and I don't want to deal with it and address it and all that. Then I started thinking about it, and I said, I guess it wouldn't be that bad to do. I did the Four Loko Gold, and I did drink the whole can, and I did go watch the Super Bowl later. I can't really remember the game. I just know I watched it. Because when I woke up the next morning, I said, I know I watched the game, and then I watched the replay, and I was like, I remember some of that, but I was like, no, Four Loko Gold was nasty tasting in a way. And then people were saying, well, it tastes like this other thing, and I said, I never drank that. So this is the, can't read these hieroglyphics. I think it's the 277th day of 2020 LX. I guess it's a Mustang LX. So, all right. So anyway, premium malt beverage with artificial flavors. Great. Blue #1 and yellow #5. That's Food, Drug, and Cosmetics, blue #1, and Food, Drug, and Cosmetics, yellow #5. Ouch. 23.5 ounces. Serving size. So 14% alcohol by volume. So 14% of this can is pure alcohol. Most of it cannot be derived from the coloring or flavoring added. You know, a lot of these colorings and flavorings use alcohol, food coloring, and flavor. Drink 4 Brewing Company, La Crosse, Wisconsin, and Memphis, Tennessee, under a special agreement with Latrobe, Pennsylvania. So it's the 3 typical craft contract brewing breweries: La Crosse, Wisconsin, and Memphis, Tennessee, City Brewing. I thought Latrobe was City Brewing also, though. Okay, or is that Wilkes-Barre? But isn't that Lion Brewing? I don't know. I get confused with all these contract brewers, just like contract distillers. All right, here we go. The camouflage green label, different shades of green. The black trim, 14% alcohol. I had it in the freezer. I bought this at Circle K. It was 2 for $5. Everybody else had it for much higher, so Racetrack did not have a good price. Big River or Shell, I wasn't about to pay their crazy price, so although they had some more varieties that they didn't have at Circle K. Circle K had the sour grape and this one, and then they had those seltzers. Well, one serving is, I know that can's probably not clean. Serving size, 5 ounces. Servings per container, 4 3/4 ounce servings. So just short of 5 servings. So you can give 4 people a full serving, and 1 person you cheat them. But then they're probably glad that you cheated them. So people say it tastes like Jolly Rancher. I've had those green apple Jolly Ranchers before, sour apples. They're not too enjoyable. So artificial coloring. Blue and yellow make green, okay? There you go. There's two certified blues, right? 1 and 2, yellow. #5, there's another yellow. Some of the other numbers got discode. In other words, they determined they weren't safe for human consumption to put on makeup. I think that's the story. I think. So it's the Jolly Rancher green. Another thing this company makes is Not Your Father's bourbon. Well, I say make, you know. They own the brand. They get it made for them by somebody. But Not Your Father's root beer, that's controlled by Pabst. That's their agency brand. Well, you can see there's alcohol eggs all around. And it's a malt beverage, meaning it's made with malted barley. Did he use corn syrup as a filler? Well, you know the answer to that. You know they do. Do they have hops? Malt beverages have to contain hops of a certain percentage, and it cannot be trace elements. Or I should say hop products, such as hop extract. It's not like they're dry hopping it with, or wet hopping it with some fresh hops that they just picked. It smells. Now, once the candy flavor dissipates the sour apple, then you do start picking up that malt base. Now, what they do with the malt base is they sort of like distill it, similar to a vodka, and make it a odorless, colorless base. They're just trying to achieve a body. Then they're going to build the flavors on the body, much like blended Scotch whiskey or American blended whiskey. The flavor is going to come from the flavorings, or in their case, the single malt Scotch or the straight bourbon. This is going to come from some hop. The hops are going to provide some flavor, but most of it's going to be from the artificial flavorings, or whatever that is. It's pretty bracing. I don't see how you could take this whole thing and shoot it. You know what I mean? Just drink it down. I would never dream of doing that. I wouldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Now they make a straight beer. You know what I mean? High gravity, earthquake high gravity. I've had the 10. That's around. The 12, you might find it. The 8, you might, but the 10 you can get. Oh, it's pretty nasty. It's like this without the flavoring. Then you wish it had the flavoring. It's not clear, odorless, and colorless, though. You're getting the grain flavor and whatnot, but it's pretty bad. Usually, sometimes you'll hit a batch that'll be a B-. Oh man. This is like medicine. Can't imagine what the sour grape's going to taste like. Now, I will admit the sourness helps it. I think they probably putting sodium citrate in it. I don't know if that's considered an artificial flavoring, though. But that's probably giving it the tartness. And if they're adding some kind of sour apple mimic chemical compound, it could help. So you're really getting like a flavor of those green or yellow apple skins. I think it's a lager though, because did they lager this? Because I'm feeling like, ooh, here in my forehead. Lagers do that. They'll go straight to your bloodstream, and ales don't really too much. Bottom fermented, cold brewed. Sure, it's pasteurized, not cold filtered. Yeah. La Crosse, Wisconsin, the old Heileman Brewery. Memphis, Tennessee, the old Schlitz Brewery. I know somebody went on a tour there, so it was really a great tour back in the early 80s. Latrobe, Pennsylvania. We know that's the old Rolling Rock. I mean, those people can do it. Once they got their act together, like City Brewing has some problems, but that was 14 years ago. They got their act together, and they're really churning out a lot of pretty high quality products. Not just things like this, like anything. Craft beers, Japanese recipe beers like the Stone Warrior from Sapporo, which I have never seen in a store. I mean, I could rag on this, and I just did a video recently about, I did a video recently about how you could help your channel. Like, don't do slam videos where you're taking a beer that you know you're going to give it a horrible score just so you can get views. Talk about how trash it is, but everybody knew that's what you were going to say before you started the video. Now, we talked about uncool beers, like it's not cool to drink Old Milwaukee and Schlitz. But it's kind of cool to drink Four Loko. Like, people like to be seen drinking that. People of a certain group, you know, like, for instance, younger people, they say, I'm drinking Four Loko, you know, I'm going loco. And it's sort of a get-together beer type thing. When I bought it at Circle K, the lady didn't say anything. She didn't say, like, whoops, oh yeah, ha ha ha. You know, she just said, okay. I mean, they have it a huge section in the cooler. I'm sure there's people buying it all day long without any kind of remark or elaboration about it. So it's like I said about the gold. It's not technically bad in the taste. That's it, because I'm going to measure it out with my measuring thing and see what 5 ounces is. But I know it's all artificial, but then people eat and drink artificial flavorings all day long. They'll fuss about a beer. Well, go drink some KBS Mackinac Stout then. Drink something pure. I gave that 100. But then they'll run and say, I'm going to a birthday party and eat birthday cake with icing. You know, yeah, that's natural. Of course, we'd rather natural flavoring. We'd rather it be dehydrated green apple. Of course, we'd rather maybe apple puree. But you're not going to get 2 huge cans for $5 for that. On the other hand, I read a good article about artificial versus natural flavorings. It was like an USDA website. They were saying, no, people don't really understand artificial flavorings. Yes, they're created in a laboratory, a food laboratory, but they can be controlled more. They don't have as much variation. Like natural flavorings, yes, from nature, but they say you run into more problems with like it being tainted or it could make you ill. Whereas the artificial, you can control it better as far as consistency and safety and whatnot. Well, that's what they say. I mean, I don't know. I'm certainly not worried about it. Does it taste like a sour apple? Well, yes. I've had sour apples. I don't like them. They're too sour. They're too bitter and tart. On the other hand, that's what they're supposed to be like. It tastes like more like the Jolly Rancher, which is like faux, F-A-U-X, faux sour apple. It's fine. I mean, I would never drink a whole can over maybe in a 2-day period. I'm going to stuff the top with some paper towels, a piece of paper towel, you know, to keep it like reasonably carbonated. Probably won't work too well. It's not. Oh no, it's pretty prickly. I was going to say it's not really that carbonated, but it is. Kind of a heavy mouthfeel and a heavy body and a kind of sticky, slick mouthfeel like you get with an IPA, India Pale Ale, and I'm just trying to look for calories. I'm sure they're astronomically high. All right, let's get it together. Yeah, I think this is a score I hate to give, and I don't feel good giving it. But all things considered, what it's supposed to be, what it's trying to accomplish, the price, it's probably an A-, like a 91 out of 100. It's excellent for what it's trying to be, but what it's trying to be is not excellent. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't matter because I don't have to drink it. I see it all the time. I don't have to drink it. John and Neely's like, try it. You know, I tried it a year ago. It was the same score into the A- range. So you cannot say it's horrible. You just can't. Not in an honest. I don't think you could do an honest beer review and say it's horrible. I don't believe that. Would I buy it again? Are you crazy? I wouldn't buy it again. Would I drink it again? Not under any circumstances, except that I got to finish this can. I'll drink the other quarter later on, and then I'll drink the other half tomorrow for Wild Card Wednesday. Could be interesting. All right, so see if they'll want to share it. I don't think they will. They're not gonna like it. I won't go ask them. They're gonna say, "What? What are you bringing to us?" Laissez les bon temps relais, and I'm gonna end this review by saying, y'all go to City Brewing and see if they'll give you a tour.